guys, so this is part 2 of 3 on how to make your own sketchbook from scratch. First of all, pick up some paper that you'd like to use for your sketch. Bend the pages in half so you get a signature. Usually a signature is 4 of these, but I'm just using 1. I used a metal ruler to help me bend pages so I get a really sharp edge. With a pencil, mark the spots for the holes. I did 6 in this case. It doesn't matter how many, and it doesn't matter how far apart they are. Just try to keep the distances the same. Using a needle, and in this case a little cup, you can use a sponge. Open the signatures and punch a hole on every mark you've made. Use a double threaded needle with a double knot in the end so you can sew your signatures. I recommend a strong thread for this so your sketchbook is much more durable. Start sewing the first signature as shown. When you get to the first hole again, just make a knot, passing the needle behind the line, then looping it, pull it, and and you have a knot. What you're gonna do is always keep the knots on the outside part of the signature. So you're gonna put the needle through the hole and pull it until the knot comes out. Attach the second signature by going through the first hole of that signature, coming out the second hole. Now what you're gonna do here is you're gonna align both signatures as you pass the thread. Gonna pull the thread, not too tight, not too loose, and you're going to go below or behind the thread of the first signature on your right side of that hole, and come up behind the thread of the first signature on the left side of that hole. Then you're gonna go back in the second hole. Now you won't have lines to as you did while stitching the second signature, because only the first signature get those lines. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pass behind that knot that's there from on the second signature and repeat the process. If you ever run out of thread, which you will, you don't want a big thread because it tangles. All you have to do is make a knot or two to make sure it's tight. Like you did before, you go behind the line that's there, the thread that's there, and loop it around, pull it, and you have the knot. And never forget, bring the knot, bring the knot to the outside part of the signature. Cut the excess, double thread the new needle, double knot, don't forget, and start on the same point you left. The knot is on the outside. sewing your signatures to make your text block as you did with the third signature. It's always the same stitch from that point on. When you get to the final stitch, you go through the last hole of your signature and text block. You're gonna go behind the knot or the stitch of the signature below. You make a loop so you get a knot. Then you go in the same hole, make a few more knots on the inside, and as always, once they are done, just bring the knots up to the outside of the signature. Make sure your line doesn't tangle. Don't use very long lines because it will tangle. And this is how your text block will look like. Really cool. You can leave it at this stage if you just want to sketch, just to have pages together, not exactly a sketchbook or a book with a cover. This is really cool like this because it's really flat, it really opens so well, so you can do a bunch of techniques here that you can't quite do maybe in books they sell in stores. They're usually more closed, they don't open this wide. If you want to keep going, you can put some white glue, as I did here. White glue or PVA glue, it's the same thing. Just make sure the text block it's really tight, so the glue doesn't get in too much into the signatures, so you can keep that wideness that allows you to really use those pages. Last step, end pages. All you have to do is cut some poster board of whatever color or design you like or you have, and just cut them twice the size of the page. So you're gonna glue it. One page of the end pages is going to be glued to the front and the back of the text block, and the other one is going to be glued to the covers we did in the first video. And that's it. If you wanna keep watching, just how the next video is precisely that, just how you're gonna glue the pages to the end pages of this text block and how the final product looks like. Thanks for watching. Bye.